What is the delay? Why has Thomas Frank not been announced yet? I'm going to let you guys know in this video. Welcome to Durag Diaries. And it looks like Thomas Frank is going to be Spurs manager. It's all but confirmed at this moment in time. But we're all just waiting for that official announcement to come from Spurs official. We've obviously seen the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, but he is notoriously known for going just that little bit early, trying to get ahead of the rest. David Ornstein has come out and also say that the deal is pretty much done. They're just looking to confirm over the amount that's going to be paid to Brentford for some compensation. But away from that, they are looking to confirm what staff Thomas Frank will be bringing in to Tottenham with him. Now, when you actually look into it, some of the delays are being held because obviously with him leaving, Brentford are doing their own managerial search at this moment in time. And that managerial search has included a few different managers, as we can see here. Understand that Keith Andrews has now held talks with Brentford along with Kieran McKenna and others. Justin Cochrane has already shown his desire to be Brentford manager. Thomas Frank is keen to bring him to Tottenham. People within Brentford state Justin coaching on the pitch is world class. So, as you can see there, has been reporting they have got their own managerial search going on with two people internally currently interviewing for that role. So that is delaying Spurs' announcement because Justin Cochrane, who used to actually be someone who worked at Spurs, he worked at Spurs between 2009 and 2018, had nearly a 10-year stretch at Tottenham where he started his coaching career. Spurs have actually launched a lot of former players' coaching careers. He was at Spurs during the time Scott Parker was also a coach, Defoe was a coach, and some other bigger players that have been a coach at Tottenham. But following his career, he came into our academy and worked his way up from the under-9s, under-12s, under-14s, under-16s, and then eventually took on a much bigger role with the under-23s. He's now assistant manager of Brentford and has been there throughout Thomas Frank's time and has been key to some of the improvement that they've made on the pitch. But Thomas Frank wants him at Tottenham. Thomas Frank wants to bring him to Tottenham. And you can understand why. It's been someone that he's been familiar with over the last 3 years. I also think that having your assistant manager with you wherever you go is one of those things that you need. You've seen with Antonio Conte, Stellini stays with him wherever he goes. With Pochettino, he has Jesus Perez. And quite a lot of managers usually have their assistants stay with them. Now, there's also times when the assistant wants to flourish and do their own thing. Now it's their time to take on a role and be a manager at a big club. So you can understand Justin Cochrane may want to take up that role at Brentford, being their manager. But he is in competition with another coach that Spurs have looked at bringing along with Thomas Frank. But Keith Andrews is the name. He is their set piece coach. Now, many people, especially Spurs fans, will know set piece coach is one thing that we've needed ever since I think it's Gianno Vialli had left Tottenham, or I should say I think he's one that passed away. We had two coaches at the time. One of them passed away. I believe it may have been him. If not, forgive me for being wrong. But since we had him, Spurs' set pieces have gone off a cliff. They've been pretty poor. Last season they did improve under Nick Montgomery's work, and defensively we got a little bit better, but going forward still not good enough. So Keith Andrews has been one of the reasons as to why Brentford has been one of the best teams going in the set piece side of things. But he's also interviewing for the Brentford role, and it has been rumored that Spurs are looking to get Brentford's former set piece coach, the guy that was at Man United and also Arsenal. So that's what's the delay right now. The delay for Thomas Frank's official announcement is simply because, as quoted here, there is a tug of war ongoing over Justin Cochrane Brentford want him to be their next manager, but Thomas Frank wants to bring him too. So Miguel Delaney lets you know that right there. So who knows? Let's see. I expect the announcement to come sometime within the next 24 hours, but there has been delays. Is Justin Cochrane going to be a part of his Tottenham team? I would hope so. As long as, especially if he's been quoted as being a world-class coach, we need all the coaches we can get. And if he's a guy that's been key to Thomas Frank's improvement at Brentford over the last 3 to 4 years, I would 100% want him back in Spurs colours. And it's a familiar place for him. Gets to come back home to Spurs, you know, get to be around the coaching staff, be around the academy set up again. It presents a good opportunity. But I can't blame him if he takes on the Brentford role, because I think it would be very good to have a black manager in the Premier League leading a London club. So, yeah, man, keep an eye out for that. But that was just a quick one on the delay as to why Thomas Frank hasn't been confirmed. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. We are on the road to 5K. Make sure you follow me on the socials. And if you want to show some extra support, you can scan right here to buy me a cup of coffee, because my shit is finished. Look, it's finished. It's empty. But this has been another Durag Diaries. And until next time, tap the post notification bell to stay up to date. Peace.